Hello everyone, Alex here. In my journal I've already made this layout, and this is the page that I'm going to be using to make our drawing today. Now you can see what I've done is I've stained the page, and then I've made these interesting blotches and shapes on the page. And immediately after I'd done this, it put me in mind of the moon. And this is a picture that I took of the moon using my rather wonderful new camera. You can see that there's a lot of detail in this picture, and I'm going to attempt to emulate that on this page. Now on today's page I'm interested in circles. So we've got the moon picture, which I'm going to do on this side, and I've also got these wonderful sunflowers. Now I thought, looking at these circles together, the moon and the sunflowers, maybe we could do something fun with that. And that's what I'm going to go for today. It's kind of a play on the moon and the sun together in the sky. And it's going to be something to do with really high contrast. So first I just need to sketch out where I'm going to place my two elements, the moon here, and then the sunflower on the opposite side. I'm using a stapler pigment liner in the 03 size. I'm just putting in the main lines. Because I want this to be really bold, I'm using a 05 on those outer edges to really make it stand out from the background. And then the shape of the moon, very approximate. Just take those pencil lines away, and then we're ready to start with some ink. I'm using ghoul ink, which was made with iron and ghoul. This is the ghouls that are made by certain wasps on oak trees. They crush down into a powder that when mixed with iron can make this wonderful dark ink. And I think a little bit of indigo has been added to this one too. I'm now adding a little bit more ink. This is made from Tibetan cherry leaf. And I'm just using it to add some of that interest into the blotches on the moon. If you want to find these inks, this one I purchased from Bohemian Raspberry Art, a creator of botanical inks. I've linked that in the description below. Now it's time to do the other side, so I've got to be quite careful. I've got to paint around the petals of this sunflower. This is a shortened version of an extended tutorial that you can find on my Patreon. So if you want to see this being done in real time with lots of discussion and commentary on exactly what I'm doing and why, you can find that on my Patreon, which is linked in the description below. So there's the page now dried out. I'm just going to add a second coat. I really want this to be high contrast. You'll notice that this ink dries much darker than it is when it's put on. That's something I really like about these iron-based botanical inks. So now that it's all dry, as we can see, I'm getting out my Inktense set, and I'm going to start painting in this sunflower. Doing the shadows first. Firstly using this bright orange. Just putting in anywhere where there's a shadow. And now I'm using a green to add further shadows onto these petals. And these will show through once I paint over the top. putting in the centre of the sunflower now. I'm leaving little areas because this sunflower is creating pollen right now, and so I want to put those little areas of bright yellow pollen into the middle of the sunflower too. This is the exciting part, putting in that vibrant yellow and painting it in so that those shadows that I put in earlier are showing through underneath. The more colour that I put onto this side and into the background, the more that moon stands out, which is exactly the effect that I was hoping for. So this has been a really fun composition, something a bit different to do in my journal. I'm putting in the date of the full moon and a little comment about the sunflowers too. Have you ever tried doing anything quite like this in your journal for a bit of a change? Maybe just try out a few of these images that you can find in nature and see what happens when they're juxtaposed together. A few last details going in on that moon. Hope you enjoyed watching my video today. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'll see you next time.